It's all a little sad when you think about it. O'Rourke is not going to be the president, at least of this country. His campaign is dead, totally dead, from a fatal overdose of Buttigieg. Not everyone has heard the news, but Beto for president is done. It's over. Future generations will remember Beto O'Rourke, if they recall him at all, really as a media story. Remember that guy with the weird nickname that all the dummies on cable news fell in love with in a single day? That was bizarre. And it was bizarre.
I saw him for the first time just a month ago when he sat down with Oprah, and me and the rest of the people in the audience thought, wow, this guy has this dynamic, positive energy.
Yeah, he has that raw talent. He is very kind of Obama-esque indeed. The women voted for him in the suburbs of Houston who hadn't voted Democrat before because they had a kind of Beto crush going on.
You know, he's wholesome and he's earnest. He has that gleam in his eye. Somebody, Evan Smith at the Texas Tribune said, seeing him is like, it's like a Jesus Christ superstar seeing this guy in front of people. He's got that celebrity aura about him.
The rock and roll loving 46-year-old caught the nation's attention. His offbeat social media posts appealing to a younger generation, even taking to skateboarding at Whataburger.
Keep in mind, that just happened. The frenzy just occurred. It was just last month. College-educated adults in an advanced country talking like that in public. It's pretty embarrassing, my gosh. But before we get too judgy about it, a confession. We did it too. Beto's personal magic distorted our journalistic objectivity for a second there. It may have been the skateboarding, or maybe it was the weird resemblance to a young Bobby Kennedy. Whatever it was, we lost control like everyone else.
Beto loves rock and roll, says GMA. He's not like everyone else. He doesn't do stuffy speeches or policy programs. He's not going to bore you with entitlement projections or some scary stuff about the Korean Peninsula. Beto's got a skateboard and wears Nirvana t-shirts. His vision for this country is 1995. That was the year he was living way uptown in this walk-up and working as a manny and knew this dude on West 112th Street with some of the stickiest bud in Manhattan. Indica, a little heavy but sweet. It was a good time. Beto wants to bring us back to that time.
Ooh, we got a little carried away. Sorry about that. It all seemed so innocent then. It was just Beto and us and a dream. It was a simpler time. We thought anything was possible then. We thought we could write our own story. We didn't know that even fairy tales end. And one day ours did end. The magic turned to dust, bitter in our mouths like a peyote button or psilocybin tea. One day the music died. Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Bye-bye, weirdly youthful middle-aged white guy with fake Hispanic nickname. You've been replaced. There's a new heartthrob in cable news. He's everything that you were, but more. He's younger. He's shallower. He's even less experienced. He's got an even weirder name. Plus, he's gay. He's the perfect candidate for voters who say they love diversity, but don't really want to vote for Stacey Abrams. This candidate could have been created at a lab at CNN and might have been. There's no stopping a man like this, at least until Election Day. On some level, Beto must know it's over. He is done. Sure, he may keep raising money, probably will. It's his one real skill. But his political career is done. Cue the sad Nirvana playlist. Beto's entire life is a kind of charitable donation. All of us get the gift of Beto just because he's here. Every time Beto speaks, it's like endowing a library in Burma, or curing shingles in Malawi, or battling childhood obesity in Appalachia, or sending mosquito nets to the Congo by the millions. Every time he talks, when he tweets, it's an act of charity. It's something that makes this world wiser and kinder and more decent and better smelling. Beto is such a good person that he could write himself off his taxes if he wanted to. The IRS would have to let him. His goodness is so clearly deductible. No lawyer would contest that. But Beto doesn't do that. He doesn't shirk his duty. He'll pay the extra tax because he cares that much. Whew. Now that you think about it, it's almost sad he'll never be president.